like I cannot express how much I hated the new Lilo and Stitch. It was so bad.
Which one? Oh, Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Ohana means splitting apart.
Yeah. Well, like the original movie, I have problems with it. It's not one of my favorites. I did rewatch it recently, and I liked it more than I remembered. But it was never one of my favorites. But I always appreciated how a Disney movie had like genuine anti-colonial messaging in it. The whole issue with trying so hard to keep the family together was meant to be commentary on how the United States government split up a lot of Hawaiian families after we moved into their territory, right? and the American government breaks up their family. It completely reversed the messaging of the original, and on top of that, it just wasn't a good movie. But like the How to Train Your Dragon wasn't bad. The new one, it just wasn't as good as the original.
It was still almost a 1-for-1 shot.
Yeah, I just feel like animation, you have so much more control over every shot. You can do so much more with it. But they did a good job, I think, at least, making the dragons look like they belonged in a more realistic world.
Yeah.
And that I didn't think they'd be able to do that. So like I'm at least impressed by that. I just don't think we needed them. I don't think we needed remakes. The originals are so good.
And Gerard Butler killed his role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He just ruled his role. It's like, Gerard Butler, you're just amazing. You're so funny. Here he is.
Jeremy.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I don't have a ton of stuff for us to do today. For my little mini arc that I'm gonna do. Overall, it's probably not gonna be much longer than any one of the regional arcs in my campaign.
Oh, you mean like just like traveling to one spot and then doing that tower or whatever?
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
Yeah, I wanted a chance to actually do something with the orcs because we haven't really done anything with them yet, and I figured they've been in conflict for a long time. I don't remember if you guys remember this, but the king, he has been trying to politically unite with Byzantia for a while, even though they used to always clash all the time, like the two countries. Nobody really knows exactly what it was that pushed him to wanting to do that, and he's trying really hard to navigate like politics, even in just the more progressive regions of his country, to make that possible. But a group of rebels who live in towns along the coast. Where's my map? I'm gonna put a map up so you guys don't have to like go looking for one. It's just the standard game map.
Oh, okay.
So you can like zoom in and look at the Orc area. So along the coast, like the northern coast, all of those settlements up there are aligned with the traditionalists, and even some kind of further inland are more sympathetic to them. And they were just kind of harassing each other for a long time. But now, and all of our characters would be aware of this already, because we're all kind of paying attention to world politics at this point. A shaman named Golbeck, who was a well-respected member of one of those encampments, has started like proselytizing traditional honor above all things, and getting these groups who mostly just wanted to keep being able to do whatever they wanted, being pirates and like essentially Vikings, getting them to like actually believe in the rightness of it. And so they started to unite, and now like there's like a threat of an actual civil war, and I wanted to do something with that, and I figured, because Nick, you wanted to do the thing with the horsemen, it could be a good jumping in point for the Horsemen of War, because as we progress in the story, you'll see that there is an element that goes unexplained, and could be explained by that if you want it to be. So otherwise, are we ready to go?
I am good.
Isn't the prince's his fiance? Isn't she an orc?
Yeah. The Prince Liam is engaged to Bosha Talash, who is the crown princess of Orkania. But they're too much to their annoyance, because they actually do, like, they actually have a thing for each other, like, for real. Their primarily political marriage is being put on hold while the king tries to navigate those political waters, and so that might play into this too. We'll have to see.
His aides trying to stop the marriage, or is it the king trying to stop the marriage?
No, he wants the marriage to happen. The king.
Okay.
It's mostly the leaders of the other like settlements, the other major orc cities.
Oh.
He has reason to worry that at least some of them would swing to the rebel side if he went through with an actual political alliance with their former enemy.
So they think so the orc side thinks it's something that the king crafted himself, like it's a ploy.
More or less.
Okay.
Some of them think he's trying to like sell out the country. Some of them think he's trying to increase his own power by joining with what is a more like profitable kingdom, like allying with them. And some of them just don't like his more progressive policies enough that they'll look for any excuse to screw him over. But like their peoples are more down with it, so they need like a actual excuse, or else they'll be kind of booted out. So troublesome. And like you can never be sure which of them are on which side either, which is frustrating. But yeah, like all of our characters would kind of be up on all that, but they may not necessarily know that something is about to go down involving all that. So it is 7 years later, and we have all been sort of working under the umbrella of our own organization. I don't think we ever named it, did we? Like our faction out of our faction out of the Bastion. Did we ever name that?
I think we named it now.
Do we want to?
We can. But what would we name it?
That's a good question. Let's shelve that for later. So we've been working as kind of our own guild, sort of a guild of like freelance adventurers who specifically exist to help solve problems without really being under the purview of any one country. Because even the Bracers are a primarily Byzantian organization.
Yeah, we're like independent contractors.
Yeah, more or less. Though we do communicate semi-regularly with the king. And we've gotten a little bit of like criticism for that. But we still don't have to do what he says in regards to the operation of the guild. That was one of the conditions that Trevor set when he arranged for us to start this group. But we all are kind of aware that the king is looking to perhaps engage with our services as we come up on the end of that 7-year gap, and we figured we would come together and discuss that specific issue. Despite us all having kind of our own things to do, we do keep in touch and meet back up at the Bastion occasionally to, operate the guild. And so we sort of developed a sort of ritual. If at all possible, we try to get together once a year at Hellbrook to pay respects to a little memorial we created for Lloyd. And that's coming up as we have been getting the inkling from the king that he wants to give us a potential task. So we figured we would come together for that and discuss it when we meet up. So, how do each of you want to arrive and kind of tell us what you've been up to in the meantime? There it is, okay. God. Still don't know where everything is on this new computer.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had a new computer.
I realized I loaded 600 custom fonts onto the old one. And then I opened a bunch of image documents to try to edit them with those fonts, and I'm like, oh, don't have those anymore. Don't remember what they were called either. So I just copied my entire font directory from the old computer onto the new one.
Sure. Just making sure of some. Don't know where I put that picture.
Which picture?
Did you send that to me or in chat, John? That one picture of Brynn?
I've still got it. Do you want me to just post it?
Okay. You see two figures standing at the meeting point. It looks like two similar builds with their back to each of you. I'm not sure who got there first. I'm guessing we'll just do this because I guess my team would have got there first if we're doing it that way. They're both wearing robes. One's of a similar height, I would say both about 5'9". Looks like they're just talking or just hanging out. One of them is hanging back a bit, both with hoods up.
How mysterious.
Jeremy, what shape do you think we would have put the create the memorial in?
What would the memorial kind of look like?
Yeah.
I think it would honestly be kind of simplistic in nature. So it would just kind of be maybe on one of those kind of not mountains, but the little hills kind of by itself, and just a simple little stone head type thing. So nothing super fancy.
Do you think we would have even marked it or anything?
I think we would have marked it. Maybe trying to think of how specific it would probably be marked. But yeah, I would say we would have marked it with his name or something, and then something like that.
Okay. So let's say when the next person arrives, Brynn is standing closer to the top of the little hill with the second figure standing back, and let's say Zack is the next to arrive. What happens?
Okay, so Zack will kind of come up behind the hooded figure, who I'm assuming both of them are just kind of looking at, or at least in the direction of the little monument thing. So
the one behind would probably notice you first. Would notice. She's more. One behind you is more of a defensive kind of thing. Just look at
she's looking the other way and kind of just watching.
Yeah.
Well, I guess as Zack approaches, and he looks at her, does she? He doesn't say anything really right away. He just kind of looks. look-wise, he doesn't look terribly different than what he did the 7 years prior. You could tell that, there's a little bit more, there's like a little more gray, because, I mean, let's see, he would have been, now he's 41, so you can tell, like, he's just a little older, but he doesn't really look a ton different. He's still kind of got shorter hair.
Bit more weathered.
Yeah, he just looks a little bit more weathered. He still has the same jacket, but it's still, you can tell it's a lot more like, weathered, like kind of like little cuts here and there in it, but it still looks fine. As he walks up, he just kind of looks over at the figure that's in the back, doesn't really say anything, and then he would just walk up to the, because I assume Brynn is at the monument.
Yeah.
So Zack will kind of walk up next to her and then just kind of bend down and start like cleaning off probably some of the like weeds and stuff like that would have been growing on it, just because nobody really kind of comes back here except for like a yearly meetup type thing. So Zack tries to and occasionally gets back, but can't tend to it as much as he'd like. So he'll just start kind of tending to it, and then as he's doing that, I'll ask Brynn, how, because I guess out of character, has Brynn come every year, or like has Dalrock and Brynn both come every year, and this is the first year without Dalrock, or has he not come?
And
because I guess before starting like a conversation, like I just want to know like so we know that we're meeting up here because we meet up here every year, but yeah, is this Dalrock's first year not here, or is it?
Because I think
like,
even Johan would have missed a year here and there. So like,
yeah, like
well, yeah, that's true. So I guess that's true because like Dalrock and
almost like every other
Brynn,
year that Dalrock could have been there. Like almost every, he tried it. Like it would be like the first 2 years. Like he'd wanted to make it a point to get there the first year, but after that it was harder for him to make it. He's always said Brynn.
Political and all that. Oh, okay, so Brynn has been without Dalrock.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted them, like, I didn't want it to be like, oh, hey, it's Brynn, where's Dalrock at? Like, then yeah, he'll just kind of come up then, start cleaning off there, and he'll just say to Brynn, like, I'm glad you could make it.
Brynn just immediately hugs. It's been like almost a year or two since she saw him, but she's still just like gonna give him a hug. Either way, it's just how they greet.
I was gonna say, like, did she come last year, or has it been like 2 years since they've seen each other now?
She's come the last 3 years.
Okay. Still though, she's only how old right now?
She is 16.
Okay, so still, each year is going to be pretty different with somebody that age. So yeah, he'll just kind of reciprocate the hug and just say, Maya, you're growing up real fast. Is this the first year that the additional person is there?
They've always sent like a different representative.
Okay, so got it. Okay.
So it's just always been. I think Brynn likes this one a little bit more because she gives a little bit more. She's kind of like a rebel of the sisters.
Okay. Oh wait, so that's right. These are the sisters of.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so we met these. We met them before, right?
Yeah, during the.
I think that was the inverted tower.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't that where we? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so never mind. So Zack recognized her. Okay, got it. So yeah, he'll reciprocate the hug, say it's good to see you, and I see you brought. I'm sorry, I forget her name. Out of character, I forget her name. Is it Rarlina?
Yeah, Rarlina.
Rarlina. Okay. It's good to see you. Glad to see you brought Rarlina again, and he'll just kind of like look in her direction to see if she's looking over, and just kind of give her like a nod.
She kind of nods. She's kind of like Lloyd. She's not much of a talker.
Well, every party needs one. That brooding person off in the corner.
All right, now out of character, obviously. What have all of our characters been up to? Why is Dalrock not here? What's Brynn been doing in the last 7 years? What's Zack been up to? And kind of what do you think of those details the rest of us would know?
Let's see. Well, Brynn has been, she is, an official princess of the kingdom of where Dalrock is. So she's kind of unofficial, official. She doesn't act like she's supposed to be a princess. Like she doesn't acknowledge that she is, pretty much.
She's one of those.
She basically goes out and is a people person of the kingdom. Like she'll go out and just see what there is to do because of how the theocracy is, and where they are located near the Shadowfell. It's kind of almost like a dreary place there. It's kind of everyone's very serious. Like there's almost like an unspoken tension with how close they are. So she always tries. It's usually like it's almost like Alaska or Antarctica, to where there's like almost periods of like no sunlight and permanent sunlight. It's always just like seems like it's cloudy like all the time. So she tries to entertain herself by just being the opposite of that. She has like these red leathers that you see in the picture, just tries to rebel against it, tries to when she's almost like volunteered to go to these meetings for the past 3 years. Like it's then been her one free time to where she can just breathe again, just exhale from all that dreary, boring political nonsense that's been going on.
Makes sense.
Religious nonsense. She's not as big into the Raven Queen as everyone else is, and Dalrock it seems to be now, but she's just been having to put her mind at ease. She's mainly been training with, Muffus, begrudgingly still, but I think she's been almost like used to him by now being there. Like she knows that she can kick his ass, like really kick his ass right now, but how she's been learning how to fight from his Dalrock siblings. So Dalrock has been she's mentioned before, like it seems like he's troubled by something, and that it just seems like the people love him. It's just that the other priests fight him for, like, he has to fight tooth and nail for, like, certain things he wants to get done. And it's just for petty reasons, just because they just want to disagree with him, pretty much. So it's just been wearing in on him.
Yeah, I can imagine.
He's trying to get his foothold from his mom, because his mom's been, like, the ruler there for almost, like, at least a century or two. So it's just trying to get his own foothold into there.
Yep. Seems like it'd be time consuming. It makes sense he wouldn't always be able to get out.
It's too much for Relena. I think that story will unfold as the story unfolds. So
Okay.
She was there as a fighter, and we'll get to know her as the story unleashes. So
But like right now, we primarily know her as like
the bodyguard, pretty much.
Yeah.
she tries to control Brynn, like when she's hugging Zack and like excited about it. She's like, Prince, Your Highness, and then
Like, don't do that.
yeah, it's not ladylike, kind of like that, and it's just like we're not in. Brynn would say something like we're not there right now. It's like this is more private. Like my father would say, like my father wouldn't want. Pretty much, he would say that Dalrock doesn't believe in like being called Your Majesty and things like that in private orders and things like that. So just Brynn pushing back on her being acknowledged as a princess too. So.
And what has Zack been up to?
So Zack for 7 years, so the party already knows that Zack is not super political. He doesn't get super political when it comes to certain things. But he's kind of been like a nomad during these 7 years. Like, he hasn't really stayed in one spot for very long. He has been, I would say, depending on what Johan's been doing, but probably not. I would say that he has been the most active member of the Bastion when it comes to like odd jobs or like things of helping out, that type of thing, or traveling. One thing that he has been trying to work on, or something that he's always had an eye on, is that during these 7 years, previously, during the entire second, third arc, where he became like a sailor for the most part, ever since he went to Wizard Town, if I remember the name right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Whenever he went to Wizard Town, if you remember, he was very intrigued by the airships as well. And so over the last 7 years, he's also just tried to learn more about that, kind of go around, discover different things, and try to, potentially acquire an airship at some point. One that pretty much would look like a boat still, like a still ship, but it's just one of those, RPG boat or airships that just look like a flying ship. Something that I didn't say is that when he walked up to the party, you did notice Nen was still with him, behind him. You did notice, though, that during the 7 years, out of character or out of explanation, it's because of how they upgraded or changed the Find Steed spell. So now it upcast when you have the spell slot. You don't have to get to a certain level to learn the 4th level version of it. So I have level 4 spell slots for Warlock, so I can cast the improved Find Steed. So there's no Find Greater Steed anymore. It's just Find Steed, but it now can fly. So you do notice that Nen has like wings, kind of like a Pegasus almost type style. So you knew that he flew in and landed and then got off. But yeah, so like I said, he's not really a huge political person, so he doesn't really get involved in too many politics things. Mainly just because over the years he's seen just different instances of it and how it can affect nation. Like, it's one of those, politics can affect an entire nation, and so he just tries to kind of stay neutral when it comes to things. But yeah, so for the most part, yeah, like I said, he's just, again, probably the most involved when it comes to the still going out and doing random odd type jobs. And like I said, he doesn't look terribly different, so you do notice, or you would notice, that he hasn't really fought in a few years, really, like anybody that's challenged or anything, so he might be, I don't want to say like out of practice, but it's been a handful of years of more peace than anything else. So, but he's visited Dalrock on different occasions. Johan, if he can make it to his wooded area.
Yeah, that is something that all you guys would know.
I thought they have a badge. Then we get a badge or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
let me put this in the thing. because they actually added a thing that I'm going to repurpose into that. This is from that like Ghibli-inspired add-on. It's the Pendants of Belonging. What they do typically is members of your party who wear them kind of always know the general location of each other, or general direction to find each other. But I'm going to say ours specifically also let us access the teleport network that we set up through the Bastion. So as long as we're in one of our like home locations, we can travel to and from the Bastion from there.
Okay. You do still see though that Zack is still wearing the breastplate that Dalrock enhanced. Now, I guess the question would be, I don't know how long Artificer enhancements last. So I don't know if enough time passed since the last time he saw him that it kind of faded away.
What was that again?
What enhancement?
It was enhanced defense.
Oh, it's...
You did an enhanced defense on a breastplate that he had.
Yeah.
And it gave him +2 AC, so it made it 18 AC, so...
Brynn probably re-upped it right as when... It's like a couple... Let me see...
I just didn't know if it was like months or if it... I forget.
Infuse items.
I just didn't want to forget to be like, oh yeah, because if it drops back down, I just need to edit it to make it not be a +2. Because all it is, like I said, it's a 16 to a +2, so it's really just plate armor, but it's just my way of not plate.
After 4 days.
So, like 4 days?
Yeah, your infusion remains indefinitely, but when you die, the infusion vanishes after 4 days.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's what I thought it was, but okay. I guess in a way that's like Zack's way of knowing that Dalrock's not dead somewhere. He's like, well, it's still there, so it's all good.
He's not dead.
He's not dead somewhere.
He's like walks out,
yeah.
hits himself with a sword, sees it bounces off the armor. Oh, well, I guess Dalrock's still alive.
Yeah. Oh, he's still alive. I would say though that just for like role playing, I guess, the wings that are on Nen, when he lands, the wings kind of like spirit, like they kind of like go away. So it's not like a constant on wing. So he's not going to have like wings always on him. But technically, it's a he can always like get the wings and then fly.
It's almost like ASMR wings.
Yeah. It's kind of like ASMR wings, is that he kind of can just pop them out, and so he doesn't constantly have them. But yeah, so yeah.
And Brynn's going to be a notion to Raylene, or Rowlena, and just be like, and she'll like kind of roll her eyes and like take the bag out that's behind her, and then present it to Nan, and it's just like a satchel full of cabbages.
Nan's super excited and just like sticks his head in there and just starts eating.
All right, so you guys kind of show up. I'm going to say you spend a couple minutes kind of waiting around, and I'm also going to say like the way up to the hill where this is, there's some trees. One of them kind of sits a little bit behind the monument. So after a few minutes pass, and like small talk is perhaps had, you see the side of the tree kind of shimmer, and Johan steps out of the tree, kind of walks over, got like his hands in his pockets, or whatever the medieval equivalent would be. Kind of walks past Brynn, gives her like a little playful tap on the shoulder, and said, "You got bigger again." And
just immediately hugs.
And he kind of, does that thing where people like like lean away from it.
They're like-
lean away from it, but
Yeah.
they don't really mind, you know.
Zack, once she lets go, Zack will do like the traditional, you know, the two guys meeting back at like
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And
Johan, good to see you.
he's like, yeah, good to see you too. I think, yeah, that exactly.
Yep, that's basically, yep.
I think they probably would have bumped into each other fairly recently, maybe like within the last couple years, but it's not too often. But it is often enough that you will know and recognize. Everybody here probably would. The next character to come out of the tree, Todd. No, I'm kidding.
Todd.
Todd does walk out from the tree though, and kind of stops and looks behind him. And Johan kind of stares at it too, like she better hurry up. And then the tree kind of shimmers again, and out of it walks a young girl.
Just Brynn's first time seeing her.
Oh no, Brynn knows her. I think they would kind of see each other as cousins.
Okay. Brynn is immediately going to break off running and attempt to give her a hug.
Yeah.
How old is this girl? Well, I mean, we would know her actually. How old is she?
She's just a little over 7. So
Okay.
she would have been born right before you guys set up the monument and started this tradition.
Okay. And then another last thing for Zack. So I know like everybody kind of comes in and out they can. I would say that like that's been the one consistent thing with Zack is that always makes it back.
Okay.
So not that that's a big detail, but just
But this is Darcy, and she is Johan's daughter with Megan, and she is carrying a big old shield and a giant club, and behind her walks a wolf of her own.
Is she riding?
I think she said it was behind them.
Behind.
Yeah, he walks through behind her. He's just a normal sized wolf, so he's
like Todd's size. He's not.
Yeah, he's got the saddle on him just looks comically tiny, but he's probably a little bit bigger than Todd. And then alongside the wolf,
Megan
comes.
It's like it's another kid. What?
And then 5 more pumpkin.
Comes
Yeah.
another wolf.
Oh, it's a little wolf.
Yeah, you recognize the first one. That's her like actual wolf that she's bonded with. But you don't recognize the other one. The first wolf you recognize as Wolfgang, and she introduces the new one as Barkley, who is not one of the spirit pack wolves. He's just a wolf cub that she befriended on the way out of the village. And then as you guys kind of watch and wait, nobody else comes out of the tree at this point in time.
Now I forget, this is an out of character thing because I don't remember what happened to, and now since it's been almost a year, I kind of forget his name too. What happened to his brother?
He's still around. He doesn't go home very often. He still travels doing bard shit.
Okay, yeah, that's right. He was like just some traveling. He didn't. Was it Marcus?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's what I thought it ended. I thought he was just like traveling somewhere.
What was that? He was probably even more ecstatic since he's no longer has to worry about ruling the land now.
Yeah, because now Johan's the king there, pretty much, and then Dalrock's the king, in his. So Zack's just like, yep, I'm here.
Yeah, pretty much, I guess. Need to get Zack a kingdom.
Yeah. Well, I know in the original story, he ended up doing he stayed in Dragon Country because he had like Bahamut in him, but since I didn't really do that this time,
yeah,
it wouldn't really fit. And I don't know, Zack, I think this time he's He's more on the lines of he's not really a
dude from the big Bukowski.
Like I just mean like if you were to compare him to a fictional character, I would say it's like an Aragorn situation where he's not. I'm not going to just go lead these random people, like, but if it came to it, he would become the leader of like a big thing. It's just he kind of just likes traveling and not being a leader, because like really Johan and Dalrock were kind of similar. Neither one like, yay, I get to be in charge of this area.
Yeah.
I will say on a quick pause, because I'm just looking through feats.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys saw this one. There's a feat that's called Brutal Grip.
Yeah. Yeah, we
You
all
can wield a melee
saw.
weapon with two-handed in one hand.
Yeah, we all saw brutal grip. We've each got a character that's getting brutal grip.
Oh, we do?
I mean, I would imagine, right? Yeah,
I
man.
mean, that's just like, dang, man. That's like,
It's
oh,
awesome.
my greatsword. I can just wield it in one hand now. I don't know what I really would use my other hand for, other than it just that I can wield this sword in one hand.
Yeah.
I remember Justin it simply.
But
Huh?
Oh, I remember. Oh, it was for what's his face? Da, 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 da. Sorry, I'll find him real quick. Find out who uses it. It's Selene has brutal grip because he uses a great sword. Yeah.
Like, just imagine, like, you could dual wield. Well, no, I guess not, because it'd have to be a lightweight. You could dual wield like a great sword in one hand and like a sword.
well, if you're allowing either or of classic or new feats, you could go with like the old 2-weapon fighting or whatever.
Well, that's true. Yeah, you just wield two big giant swords. Be like, oh my god.
Be awesome.
Because
Be overpowered, but it'd be awesome.
Selene's going to be like a counter. He's going to be like a hard counter kind of person. Like he's using a great sword, and then he has like a dagger, just like a parry, almost like a parrying dagger, almost. So,
For like the
That's cool.
yeah.
instead of like a shield kind of thing.
Hey, you
just
could
has
give
a-
Zack the Captain America shield again.
I could give Zack the Captain America shield again. That is true. I mean, he doesn't really need it.
No, but it'd be
Brynn has
cool.
it right now. I mean, Brynn has it right now. I mean, I could just hand it over.
Thought he had it back. Well, technically, Zack, I still have the. I picked up the animated. I mean, granted, I would need attunement on it, but I picked up the animated shield off of what's his name when I beat him. I
Yeah,
can't remember his name now.
I can't either.
Yeah, the paladin, the three amigos, the one guy. I remember I looted it off of him. I'm like, I'm gonna take that.
Anywho,
Yeah, anywho, sorry.
yeah. Darcy will hug Brynn back, and then she will run over to Zack and kind of grab onto his arm and pull herself up. Kind of use him as a jungle gym. Because I imagine if he shows up at here every year,
Yep.
she would have seen him probably more often than some of the others. Right.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would probably Zack would probably be the most consistent if this is primarily where we all see each other. Zack would be the most consistent one that has seen everybody.
Yeah.
Technically, unless like Johan and Dalrock end up doing some political thing at some point, like in those 7 years.
Yeah, we can always work different stuff into this time period if we need to later. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna like hard bar it or whatever.
Basically, Dalrock's mom has been like a stopgap for anyone like trying to like completely just stop things, like kiboshing things. She would have the final say, and that's how it would be. And Dalrock's kind of like trying to pushed past that. to where he would actually have something pass legitimately himself.
Okay, well,
Than his mother barging in, pretty much.
so let's actually say, if you're cool with it, Johan has been trying to, now that there's less of a need for the Wolfwood to like stay completely hidden.
Yeah.
He has already established kind of a informal relationship with Byzantia, and he's been trying to form one with Corwood as well. And he and Dowrock have been in touch on and off, trying to work that out, and it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I'm also going to say, when Johan gets here and he kind of settles in and realizes that Dowrock isn't here, he's going to kind of hold up a bottle he was carrying and say, I had some wine for him. And you all are reminded that he's been trying to learn to brew wine. And that none of you have actually tried it yet, despite saying that you have.
Like, oh, thanks, man.
Relaina's just like, she'll try it. Like, she's like, if they're opening the bottle, she'd like drink it and be like, not bad.
Like, it's okay.
She's actually more of a fire whiskey drinker than she is of elven wine, just because of how much elven wine is in this place. So she actually likes the dwarven fire whiskey more than
I like that a lot.
Elven wine.
See, that's the funny thing though. Her palate is not refined enough to tell, but it's actually really good wine.
Okay.
It's
well,
just
to human taste.
all of you, all the rest of you just assume it's bad.
Or it's like, it's fine.
I think
It was an attempt.
There was an attempt made.
I think Darcy would see Zack as kind of like one of those friend of the family uncle types. She's also really interested, and she immediately starts asking about it in a way that you think, like you've heard 1,000 times, about being out on a boat. When was the last time you went sailing on your boat? She would like to go sailing on the boat. She's never really had the opportunity.
Zack would respond in kind, and because he thoroughly enjoys talking about it, so he will gladly talk to her the entire time about it.
You also notice, obviously that Megan's not here. You didn't communicate a ton prior to this to RSVP or anything, but you kind of expected she would be. If anyone would like to ask about that.
Yeah. I guess as well, because the kid's the one that's asking me the question. I'll probably just ask in between. I'll just be like, I guess your mom couldn't make it.
She'll say, yeah, she was doing some treasure hunting for some of the king's people and hasn't gotten back yet. But Dad said...
As she's saying that, I'll look over at Johan just to see if he's reacting in a way while she's saying.
He's kind of chatting with Brynn a little bit, but he's listening. You can see he kind of glances over. Darcy will say, but Dad said we'll run into her somewhere out here, so I think we'll probably see her today.
Oh, well, that's good.
And that's when Johan will kind of step away and come to address the rest of the group. Briefly, though, that's primarily what Megan's been doing. She hasn't, not taken to being basically a queen, but she doesn't like to sit around. So she has been working with some of the king's people and has formed kind of like a treasure hunting group and goes and recovers artifacts,
Oh.
which they then decide if they are something that the kingdom can make use of, if they should go to sit under the Dragon King's horde, where nobody can get to them, or if they should be something that she brings home to play with. That last one doesn't happen as often as you would think, but she has recovered a couple of things that were pretty dangerous, and she didn't really want anybody to have them. That's primarily what she's been up to when she's not at home, which, I mean, it's not like she's never at home. One thing you guys would know about is that when Johan took the leadership of his people on himself without, like, doing any of the proper rituals back at home, the travel by tree network that his father had been maintaining by his magic collapsed. He wasn't able to, like, transfer that to Johan. So he's kind of had to make his own network. That's why there's a tree literally right behind the spot that goes to it. But because of that, he's been able to arrange it so that Megan can kind of come and go whenever she wants. And he technically can too, but he has been trying to be an actual leader to his people. And by that, I mean he stays in the Wolfwood most of the time and nods a lot while his sister makes the decisions for his people.
Huh.
But yeah, so Johan will kind of address everybody and say that's something
Probably fuming.
She's
probably fuming. It's like, he left again.
Oh, yeah.
What's up with the men of this place?
He absolutely does not tell her before he leaves either. He just does it. Doesn't think twice about it.
It's about to get a howl. How dare you leave your post?
And she could come chase him down if she wanted. He'll kind of turn to the group and say, "So that's something I wanted to bring up when we got here. You all know that I've been in touch with the king in political matters recently. Those whispers that he's looking for a party of adventurers to undergo a quest for him, they're true. So after we are done here today, we need to return to the Bastion and meet with, I don't know if it's going to be him specifically or a representative, and Megan's supposed to be tagging along, so she'll be there when we arrive."
Oh.
He looks about the same, but his armor's been kind of customized a little bit. He's carrying his father's old staff, the ancestral staff of his people, and he has the kind of tree branch crown thing going. You see, he has a badge. Like I didn't like depict the guild badge on any of these guys, but he has that, and additionally a badge, like a wolf badge. And you see Darcy has one too, but he's also has one of his knees wrapped, and you guys are reminded that he injured it a while back, and then it still bothers him sometimes. And Todd, now that he's like the leader of the pack, has like his own little crown, and he has more tattoos. Do we want to specifically do anything else here or in town? Any other conversation y'all want to have? Anything like that?
None from Zack, at least for now.
Brynn is taking out bacon rations and feeding Todd and Wolfgang and giving like double portions to the new dog.
So they're all obviously following her around right now.
Yeah.
Johan calls Todd a traitor.
And probably holding. How big is the dog? The new dog? Is it puppy size?
Yeah.
Probably.
It's a pretty big puppy because it's like a wolf puppy.
Is probably holding it in their arms.
Nick's son. He's pretty cute.
And Rolena is rolling her eyes, just like trying to stop her, and kind of just like giving her a look, and she's just like sticking out her tongue at her, pretty much.
All right, so I think it's probably pretty early in the day still. So I imagine we'll feel kind of obliged to hang around for a little while. Darcy goes jumping around in the trees because that's primarily what she does back home. Pesters Zack a little bit more about taking her out on the ship. But Johan doesn't really want her to go like sailing without him.
Zack will just be like, come on, you don't trust me?
Trust you. I don't trust all the stuff you might run into.
We got it. We got it. It's fine.
And then once everyone's ready, I think we could move on to the Bastion to meet Megan today and kind of get the task. So Johan will say, he'll kind of say, come on, and motion for everybody to follow. And kind of reactivate the tree. And you guys are able to follow him through. And you reappear kind of right outside the main Wolfwood town that you guys visited before, the one that has the tree in the center. And even though we still need to actually do it, Dyrok would have gone on his trial out of this location. Johan leads you on kind of a roundabout route through the town, giving both the tree and his sisters research laboratory a wide berth until you guys reach the spot that's marked with the teleporter and are able to jump directly to the top floor of the Bastion, where you hear it before you see it, and then make your way out, and you see there's people here working, various hirelings and soldiers and staff who kind of run the place when none of us are around. And Johan remarks, looks like you managed to find a few more soldiers to Zack since the last time I was here. And,
yeah, I've seemed to come across quite a few people that kind of like being, well, let's just say independent from a lot of higher-ups that still want to help people.
John's like, I can understand. I have too many responsibilities to my own people to really cut ties anymore, but I kind of wish I was just out here traveling for myself again. He asks, he remarks, I guess, that there's even some former bracers here who wanted a guild affiliation with a little more freedom.
Yep.
And
it's basically the Bracers Guild that we kind of always wanted it to be, but it just couldn't while it was under, just different leadership or control, I guess you could say, or influence.
As you guys kind of make your way down and out, you come through the staff kitchen and mess, and Johan will kind of casually shapeshift one of his fingernails into claws and stab an apple and start munching on the way out. And you guys make your way down into the lobby of the building. You don't see Megan and her party yet, but After a short wait, they do arrive, and you notice Megan, like you recognize Megan first, and she is kind of like strutting along as she does.
She does do that.
You see she's carrying a new weapon. It looks like an axe right now.
Right now? What does that mean?
You will see. And you can see that she's kind of made it into a side cape, but she is still wearing the cloak that Lloyd gave her so long ago, even though it was just because he didn't need it anymore. And she's kind of like joking boisterously with the others who are with her, Prince Liam and his fiancée, Ubosha. Please feel free to ask them questions.
Brynn will actually be a little contrary to what she's used to, and actually, before she runs up and hugs Megan, she will do what is equivalent to the bow of the you see the last name real quick.
What, for the...
Basically, I think the kingdom, the theocracies kind of bow to greet nobility, royalty, other royalty.
Okay. The prince will kind of respond in kind. His fiancée doesn't really. She's... let's say the banter from Megan was being returned more by the fiancé than by the prince, because they're actually pretty similar people.
And then Brynn will tackle hug Megan.
Megan will hug her back, and then she'll like pick her up by her collar and set her away and say, geez, I remember when you were small enough I could lift you up onto my shoulder.
She has grown up quite a bit, hasn't she?
Then Megan will see Darcy, and they'll start like swinging their weapons at each other, while the rest of you interact with other kingdom representatives. And the prince will kind of step up to, I guess, primarily Zack and Johan, and greet them, and then he'll say, thank you for welcoming me to your outpost. Would you mind if we stepped inside to talk?
Absolutely. Well, unless somebody else has something, I would motion to go inside.
Yeah. Well, they'll follow you in. Ubosha looks like she'd rather stay outside and hit Megan with things, but decides to, leave Megan to her kid, and also actually do her job, because she is also a knight, for lack of a better term. She's technically part of her kingdom's military, but she holds a knighthood in Byzantia as well.
Rolena will probably just size her up, just give her a knowing nod.
So you guys step inside. You guys don't really have like a court or anything, but you have kind of like a meeting room kind of out of the way. So you'll head in there, sit down around like a big round stone table. The prince will start to like take the seat, like the head seat, and then he'll like realize, probably not the place for him to do that, so he'll take one of the other ones. Let one of you take it, and Johan will let Zack do it while he stands ominously in the corner.
Zack will, knowing Johan now for so many years, know that he would probably do that, so he'll just sit down.
The prince will say, I don't want to waste any more time on this than I have to. And you guys know each other fairly well at this point. This is the same guy you jousted with all the way back. You've had other dealings with him since then.
Yeah, I lost to him, but I got a crit, if I remember right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I think I dealt him damage or something, if I remember.
Yeah. You,
Good time.
You are worse than him at exactly that one thing.
Well, I don't know. It's been 7 years now. I could joust him again.
True. He'll say, I don't want to waste any more time on this than I absolutely have to. Something is awry in Orkania. And he kind of looks at Ubosha, and she kind of takes her cue, and she says, I'm sure you know, because everyone seems to, that my father has been struggling to gain the popularity necessary to really unite our people under his new way of doing things. Recently, it's become even more complicated than it has been. She says the word complicated like she loathes the concept of complicated things.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that you're having issues. What can we do to help?
She says, my father has decided, and despite my wishes, I am not sure that I agree, to go ahead with my wedding to Liam, despite the fact that there are still reservations among even the more progressive of my people. And almost in conjunction with his decision, the rebels have become far more aggressive than we have ever known them to be. They have been finding sympathy further south than I would have dreamed. And it's all because of one particular shaman, Golbak Shars, of one of the eastern coastal tribes, has been uniting the rebel tribes in purpose. And Liam kind of cuts back in and says, I don't know if you know, but one of the main reasons that the rebels haven't made more progress in opposing the king than they have is because they are all separate. They are all members of separate tribes who, despite wanting the traditionalist orc lifestyle, they want specifically different things. They even will raid each other, almost as often as they'll raid ships passing by, almost like sport. All of that has stopped. This shaman, I don't know what he's been telling them, or how he's even managed to travel amongst them enough to pull it off, but he's gotten them to start working together. We know King Ubash has some plan to allow the wedding to go through without too many openly opposing it, but we don't know specifically what it is. It's gotten me and Ebosha nervous, to the point that we are attempting to convince him to hold off on the wedding even longer. And he has said that the only way he would be willing to do that is if we can find a group of adventurers capable of completing a task for him and potentially going up against the rebels if they cause problems. And I couldn't think of anyone but all of you, because he specifically needs a group with as few connections to the Byzantian throne as possible. Otherwise, some members of even the more progressive tribes could see it as him bringing in literal enemy forces to oppose their people. Nubosha will cut in again. Even I don't know what task my father has for you, but I would ask that you make sail for Orkania to meet with him and find out what it is. He's been very explicit that that's what he wishes to happen. I think likely because he wishes to put you into a position where you'll already be there after the task is assigned and will be less likely to say no. But I would still ask you to do this anyway.
And what was that Sean's name?
His name was Golbeck Shars.
Golbeck.
Yeah, Gulbakh. Shars, Sharz.
Go back.
Yeah, I'll post the names and spellings in chat later for you guys to reference. But she says that, and then she kind of leaves the implied question hanging in the air.
I mean, Zack will kind of give a look around the table and just see if anybody else is reacting in a certain way before kind of speaking for everyone.
Johan seems to be waiting to take Zack's lead, and you kind of figure Megan would be up for going anywhere where she might have to fight a bunch of barbarians. Like
Everyone's just raging.
Not specifically the class, but like the lifestyle.
Oh, gotcha. Well, Brynn's, I know, kind of. I mean, she's young at this point still. Because I forget, how old's the sister?
To be announced. To be determined.
Well, she was an adult when we saw her 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's
7 years is like nothing. She's a part. She's elf, pretty much. She's full
Okay.
blood.
got it. So yeah. Oh, that's right. She's like a
Yeah.
what is it? Knight or whatever elf.
Yeah, she's a shadow.
Yeah. Or yeah, that's what it is.
Shadow kind. So she's just full blooded.
Yeah, which I gotta say, man, just from their abilities, one of my favorite races. They're so cool. I also think I did a pretty good job on her design. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I think all of them look good actually. We all have faces now too.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if Megan needs more muscles. Do you think? What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. She looks pretty buff right now.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but because you can barely see it, but on her right shoulder, the exposed one, she has our group sigil tattooed.
Oh, it's her.
Yeah.
Oh.
She might have other tattoos other places, but you can't really see them.
We don't know where they are, but Johan does.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, no, Zack will turn back though and say, we're glad to assist you in this request.
How does Rowlina feel about that? Would she want Brynn going on this quest?
Well, Relena is just kind of like there. Brynn has basically been begging to get out of the kingdom pretty much for an extended period of time. And this is something that she knows Brynn's giving her this like glassy eye look, like please. And then she sighs and just kind of like very much just nods to her. It's just like,
I would say she'd be the only not or newer party member kind of, because I mean yes, the daughter is obviously newer, but both of her parents, if they just say yeah, we're doing it. So yeah, I guess Relena, I actually have checked more with her too, just to see.
She's just like, do you have is there a starting point that your father knows what can we expect from this meeting with your father, pretty much?
She says, frankly, I don't know. I don't know what's going through my father's head recently about this or the marriage or anything else. She says, not as if I don't want to marry Liam, I do. But I don't agree with him that this is the time. And I don't know what he could have discovered or decided upon that would make a difference. I do know he wants to meet with you in not the capital, but the nearest major city within the more progressive territory to the west coast. So he wants to get the meeting out of the way as quickly as possible, which means something must be time sensitive. But other than that, I don't know much of anything about what's going on.
Well, it wouldn't necessarily hurt just to meet up with him and just see what he has to say.
And she kind of does like a, well, if you go, be aware he will try to pressure you into accepting. He has a very verbose personality.
Oh, trust us, we've dealt with our own handful of robust personalities, so I appreciate the heads up, though.
She kind of shoots a knowing glance between her and Liam, but then she kind of nods and doesn't really say anything else on the subject. Because, like, do any of you guys have anything in your backgrounds that, like, you would have had a lot of dealing with orcs?
I do not.
Oh.
Besides just, like, yeah, the only thing that I would have would be, like, if technically part of the bracers would have dealt with orcs, but it would have been very, like, minor.
Brynn definitely wouldn't have had any kind of background, and where Lena knows they're good fighters. That's pretty much all she knows, all she's heard about in her explorations to the outside world. She's just knows what she's heard, so she doesn't know much about anything else.
Okay, cool. This is gonna be fun. Johan kind of agrees with the sentiment in the room. He says, "Yeah, I'm curious enough about what's going on to want to go to this meeting, but I'll have to stop back in at home first. There's no way I'm taking my daughter into a war zone."
This is basically Brynn's, like, come into adulthood quest, pretty much. Like how the dwarves had their little kind of quest. This is kind of like hers, because she's reached, like, the teenage, like she's half elf, so I would think it'd be like, Zack's pretty much treating her like human, almost, and this is pretty much her coming of age kind of quest.
Okay. Gotcha.
So she really pretty much laid into, she wanted to go alone, but Dalek wouldn't allow it, so she sent Rowena with her. So it's pretty much whatever. This is her pretty much trial, pretty much, and she'll try to be as minimal as possible influence in the trial.
Okay.
She's pretty much there to protect her, but this is all. It's all what. She's not going to actively stop her choices. It's
Okay.
she's just there as a bystander.
All right. Cool.
Until needed.
Is this like maybe if it wasn't time for Brynn's like trial thing yet, she would shut it down, or what?
I'm trying to think on, like, he knows that Brynn has been pretty much miserable at this place.
Yeah.
She has kind of friends, but the friends are kind of like church kids. They're
Ah,
really into.
I see.
Yeah. So she doesn't really. She likes them. It's just doesn't. She just gets tired of hearing about it all the time. And they pretty much. Some kids like kind of treat her differently just because like she's not really. She's not really royalty. She's kind of, and she kind of got into it like an adoption kind of thing, like an illegitimate child almost. So she's kind of tired of certain stares she's been getting, certain looks, certain whispers, things like that.
Yeah, so it goes to the whole, like, you didn't really earn the royalty, like,
Yeah.
mentality.
Well, Darrock's been going through. So the next thing that Rillian's going to do is try to find someone that can send a message to Dalrock and let them know what's going on and see what his thoughts are on it, and then go from there.
Okay, she could probably find somebody here that would be able to.
Yeah.
She could even pop in relatively quick with the teleport and do it herself if we wanted to. Say we like stick around here for the day or something. You can just kind of describe for us how that goes.
Well, she'll just probably look for someone with ascending kind of ability.
Okay.
Like she'd ask Johan if someone has like ascending ability.
He's like, yeah. Well, there's some people around here. I could send an animal messenger too.
Someone specifically that you can trust, that you trust with private matters.
So he kind of thinks and he says, I trust my animal messenger.
Okay.
Yeah, not that our people aren't trustworthy, but like he doesn't really trust anyone.
It's
Totally down.
let's see. And Brynn like says that she has kind of like a letter to deliver to Camilla on Darrock's behalf.
Okay. Well, I mean, Johan wants to drop Darcy off at home anyway. And if he's going to be slipping out for a whole friggin' quest, he needs to actually tell his sister where he's going. So he's like, well, we'll all head back together then. It's getting a little later now. I'll put us all up for the night, and we can set sail in the morning. Don't tell Darcy we're taking the ship, or she'll want to come with us. And he says, and from there we can arrange for a messenger to take word back to Darrock. And he kind of wanders out at this point to go tell Megan the gist of what's going to be happening. Anything else you guys want to say to the prince or his girlfriend?
I mean, not at this time, no.
Yeah, well, they'll say they'll say we'll thank your we would like to thank your guild for undertaking this mission. She says, I'd like to come with you, frankly, to perhaps beat some sense into my father. But I think with him having already announced the intention to have the wedding soon, even my returning home right now could be seen as him favoring Byzantia over his own people. And Liam certainly couldn't come with me. So we'll be here awaiting some word from you as to what's happening before we do anything else. But I can't refuse my father for very long. So I would appreciate it if all of you would deal with this matter as quickly as you possibly can.
All right, we understand.
All right.
We will take care of it.
Alright, she and the prince will kind of do the regular political stuff. They'll, like, tour the bastion, let you guys talk about what you've got going on here a little bit. Maybe have a meal before they will set out, kind of in the early to mid-evening, back toward the nearest town where they're going to stay until they can set out for the kingdom the following morning. Johan has, at this point, relayed everything we learned to Megan, and you guys will, I guess, head back to Wolfwood via the teleporter. Reappear, and Camilla's standing by the teleporter waiting for you. She's kind of got her hands on her hips, and she's glaring at Johan.
Zack's gonna kind of smile and look at Johan.
Brynn is trying to cover her mouth to keep from laughing.
Johan kind of looks around, like he's trying to decide if he could get away with like disappearing into the forest. Then he kind of sighs and he goes over and he talks to her for a minute. And they do that thing where they're like whispering but they're yelling. And then he kind of takes a minute, and you can tell he's like telling her what they learned, and then she kind of yells at him again, and then like drops it, and then kind of walks over to greet the rest of the group. Way nicer to all the rest of you than she was to him. Which this will be like the first time you've actually seen their dynamic with each other, and it's not much different when she's not actually mad at him. Yeah, she'll greet all of you guys, invite you back to the kind of for lack of a better term, castle complex that's built around the tree, till you guys can get set up for your journey. You guys can like have any conversation with her you need to.
Brynn is going to hand the definitely not a love note to Camille from Dalrock. Very official letter. Very important business.
She sees his like family crest on the letter, and she kind of rolls her eyes, but she's like smiling a little bit, you know. Kind of pockets it and says, "Oh, she'll read it later." And is there anything else you guys want to do here in the area before you like go hang out for the rest of the night or whatever?
I mean, I would just like, I guess, I assume there's not going to be any type of like place to buy or kind of shop or anything. I would assume not, right?
Not unless you want any
like basic armor.
Well, if you could probably find like plant-based items and stuff too. Like we've got so many supplements at this point that have like plant-themed crap. If you guys wanted to look for any of that, you could like literally any of it. I'd probably let you be able to find it. And we can always if you stumble upon something between this and next session, we can always like go back and have you had done that, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so you guys will accept the hospitality of the Wolfwood royal family because, you know, they're your buds.
Yeah.
Kind of sleep in the big tree house. And as you kind of stay up a little bit drinking and stuff, you know, hanging out. Darcy asks each of you to fight her at least 10 times.
She wants us to fight her?
Yeah. She seems to have the fighting bug from her mom. You guys all kind of laugh it off because she does this all the time. And then you turn in for the night and wake up and kind of congregate back together in like the lobby of the building. Camilla comes out to greet you. Johan's not here yet. Everybody else is. She says, I want to wish all you luck on your journey. I knew you'll have to wait till my brother gets back. I made him go deal with some of his actual duties before he skips out on me again, but it shouldn't take him too much longer. She says, I didn't get a ton of details about this from him. Is this a matter that maybe I shouldn't know much about yet?
I mean, I probably would just say, like, we don't really know the full details of what's going on yet, so we'll know more once we meet up with the king?
Yeah.
Yeah, king.
I mean, she looks like she's maybe about to ask you, like, a follow-up question. But she's interrupted when a, like, warrior in like, full local armor, like some kind of, like, the equivalent of, like, a court guard or something, runs in and says, emergency. I just got word from the east that some sort of massive creature has attacked the eastern settlement.
What kind of creature?
He says, I don't know. I didn't recognize the description of it. But it wasn't one of the typical beasts that we find in the forest. He's kind of looking between you guys and Camilla, and he says the eastern soldiers have got it corralled into sort of like a natural basin, and he looks at Camilla and says, the one with the old amphitheater. But the best they can do against it is sort of hold its attention and keep it from finding the way out. They don't seem to know if they'll be able to stop it if it gets out. They've asked for assistance.
I'll just I'll look around everybody and go, well, is everybody game? It's been a bit.
Megan seems very excited. Johan is still not here, though.
Where's Johan at? Dang it.
Elena's just like, well, this is kind of my specialty, so. And she kind of like drags Brynn out.
No.
This is your fight too.
Alright, well, Camilla will say she'll kind of walk over to one of the portions of the, like, palace complex that's, like, actually the center, like, actually part of the big tree, and she'll, like, cast her own spell on it and say, if you are really committed to helping, run through here, and this will take you to that location. I'll follow as soon as I can. After I found my brother.
Yep.
And so who all have we got with us?
I'm just Zack.
Yeah.
That is all that I have.
Brynn and for simplicity's sake, we'll call her Ray.
Okay.
Brynn calls her Aunt Ray.
Oh, Ray. Okay, that's easier. Ray.
Because she's... It's kind of a pun because she's like a little ray of sunshine. But she's not.
Except he's not. I will say it's funny because I'm looking over the Hexblade update again. I do find it funny that way back a year ago when we got to pick level 5 spells, I picked Steel Wind Strike, and now that made it part of the Hexblade's spell list. So now Hexblade can just learn Steel Wind Strike.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Like,
Hexblade has less to do with blades than it ever has, because, like, Pact of the Blade is a completely different thing now, you know.
Oh yeah, but
I feel like they,
well, it's level 3 ability. You get a magic weapon, or you get magic weapon the spell, which you didn't have, and then Steel Wind Strike. I just think that's funny that, like, hey, they added that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't really need it, but
They,
actually, I guess I could, because I could use it more than once. But
I just think they wanted to make it more blade related to make up for the fact that it was less blade related, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
I do like. I will say though, I think my biggest like that they changed is its level 6 is no longer the specter that raises up. It's whenever your target cursed by your hex, so unfortunately it's by hex, not Hexblade's curse, because Hexblade's curse is part of hex now. When it drops to 0, you regain hit points E8 charisma. If you make an attack roll against the target that's cursed by your hex and you miss, you can deal necrotic damage to the creature equal to your charisma mod. So I like that was different. So
Yeah, it's not like it's not bad. It's just, worse than I think it needs to be. Alright, so you guys go step through the tree.
Oh.
And as soon as you arrive through it, before you've even gotten a chance to look around, a soldier in similar dress to the last one runs over to you and kind of motions you back into the tree line, where she kind of crouches down with all of you and says, "Are you the only reinforcements?"
So we don't see the whatever it is yet, right?
Right.
I mean, I'll just say, like, I think we can handle whatever is causing you issues. We're stronger than the average soldiers.
She kind of glances up past you guys to where the creature is that you have not seen yet.
Nope.
And says, "I certainly hope so. It's already killed more than 24 of our men, and I believe it's already injured. I can't do much to help you. I don't think I could harm that thing even if I tried. Just be aware that we've discovered that unless you want to get right up next to it, the only ways to harm it are with area of effect spells, or if you target a projectile at the injury where its armor is broken." And then she kind of runs away. And you guys turn and glance out of the tree line to see a creature kind of tearing through an old stone amphitheater, trying to find a way up the cliffs that are surrounding this little clearing. Please open the map.
What? Why? Why?
Because, we haven't yet, so,
What? What's going on?
You open the map yet?
What, the beast? I don't know. He looks intimidating, but I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's bad, the way you're saying that.
Yes. Right here.
And
It's a big boy.
Yeah, and you do see that what the soldier told you is true. It seems to have an injury on its kind of left like forward haunch, so like its left shoulder, where the thick armor plates that cover its body are like broken, and like there's a relatively large gouge out of them, but otherwise it seems like it would be very difficult to hurt at all. It has not yet seen you. It's trying to, like I said, find a way to kind of gouge its way up the cliffside, kind of behind the amphitheater. It's kind of digging around over here. What would you like to do?
Well,
How far is that?
I gotta see what even spells I even have anymore.
And I'm gonna say it's kind of looking like northwesternly, so you can like clearly see the gash in its armor from where you are.
Relena is going to activate Favored Enemy and use Hunter's Mark as a bonus action, which doesn't use a spell slot,
Okay.
to mark it as the enemy. Or color, let's give it green.
It does not seem to notice that happened.
Let's see, where's the ruler? How far are we? 90 feet. That's a good distance.
Megan's starting to salivate a little bit.
Oh, Megan. You don't know.
She's gonna kind
You
of.
don't know, man.
Because you don't know, Megan.
She's gonna kind of do a shushing motion to all you guys, and she's gonna like creep
Brynn's going to say, how many sizes of Tyrannosaurus Rex are there?
And Megan, as she walks, is going to use her one casting of Longstrider, so she can go a little further. And then she's going to... Yeah, let's do that, because it's fun. She's going to... What's the range on that? Yeah, it's fine. She can do that. She's going to cast magic. She's gonna like. I guess she won't draw her sword yet. She's holding the shield, and she has a free hand, and she's gonna cast magic on her free hand, and she's going to cast the spell Finger Guns.
Finger gun?
Yes.
Yep.
It
does 2d6 damage, but it's like 120 range.
Yeah, it's
Or long.
It's cool because for a barbarian, it literally just gives your finger the ability to shoot like a mini magic missile for a full minute without concentration and without subsequent firings of it being casting a spell. So she can rage and use it at the same time. She's going to do that.
So she's a raging... Okay.
So she's going to do that, and she's going to aim at the gap in its armor, and she's going to attack it. And that is a 24 to hit, which misses.
Yep. Well, did it even notice that she tried to shoot him?
Let's find out. Yes, it did.
Oh, no.
And it turns and it sees her. I guess all of you roll initiative, but it hasn't noticed any of the rest of you yet. Alright, so as the creature turns towards Megan, and you all kind of poise to act, you can tell that it is going to be able to react to Megan before she can do anything else. But you all definitely have reacted quickly enough that you could act before it does. Zack is, in fact, the first in initiative order.
All right. Can't really do much because he's so far. So I will move 40 feet up there. And what distance do I got? 50 feet. Okay. I am going to... Does this do something I missed? Just making sure. That's so weird because it has you do an attack roll. Oh, okay, that's fine.
Alright, and it has turned towards Megan, so where you're standing you can't see the wound. Just FYI.
Okay. Concentration spells.
It is currently looking that way. So its wound would be over here.
Alright, actually, let me do this then. So he was there. I'm going to dash 80 feet over there.
Alright, yeah.
And then a bonus.
It has noticed you now. But its attention
That's
still
fine.
seems to be on Megan because she's the one it can see.
Ooh. How close is that? Ooh. That's news for the myth. Oh, never mind. Alright, I'll just do that and then I'll pass. I won't do anything else.
Okay. That means it's Verlina's turn.
The first thing she is going to do is use Hunter's Lore. When a creature is marked by your Hunter's Mark, you know whether the creature has any immunities, resistances, and vulnerabilities. And if the creature has any, you know what they are.
Alright, let's say it has... by like standard, it has resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and immunity to fire, poison, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, or poisoned. She also knows about its reflective carapace. If it's targeted by magic missile or a spell that requires a ranged attack, I roll a d6. On a 1 to 5, it just does nothing. On a 6, it attacks the user back with the reflected projectile. Weapons would work.
So wait, are you saying like 1 to 5 as in it hits the thing, or it fizzles still?
Oh, it fizzles still.
So we can't actually target it then with a spell.
The range spell.
If it has a roll.
Yes.
Right.
Ooh.
But
Which is why they did the whole.
she would recognize that gap in its carapace from the injury would allow you to target it when you're on that side of the creature.
Oh, okay.
She relays all of this.
Alright,
Especially to Brynn.
yep.
She would obviously want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She's this little speedy little sucker.
It has also noticed her then.
Yeah. That's not gonna be far enough.
It's going to kind of turn to face her and Megan, so now the wound is kind of there.
We'll try to. What should she have? That is only 4 of those. She's a lot of bonus action stuff. Maybe not so far. And she'll go there, and then she'll stealth as an action. She's probably gonna check her out.
No, it still knows where she is. It maybe is a little less likely to go after her now, because it can still like Megan's still out in the open, but it does still know she's there. Like it could find her.
She'll end her turn.
All right, that is Brynn next.
Brynn. That's next. Brynn, you see she's gonna tap on a ring, and then you see her don a different armor than what you're used to. It's more of a beefy roll, and then she kind of like clasps the fists together, and there's lightning in them.
Cool.
She's going to aim for that armor, that gap in that armor, and she is going to cast Shatter, which is a Constitution saving throw on its part.
Attacks that require a saving throw reflected, so she doesn't have to actually take specific aim for the injury.
Oh, okay.
You said Constitution?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What was the DC?
17.
Alright, it gets a 24.
Okay. This is half damage. Half damage on a successful one. Takes 9 points of thunder damage.
Alright, so now, unfortunately, Brynn has attention. Was that all that Brynn was doing?
Yep.
Okay. Kind of turns towards her. It's going to run at her.
Oh, Jesus. Brynn's like, it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger.
It's going to kind of stop here. And it's going to... yeah, there. And it's going to... yeah, it's going to bite at her. And it's going to get a 32 to hit.
No. No.
What do I have here? Anything to help me? I do not have anything to help me. Alright. How much damage?
35.
Alright.
And, she's grappled.
Don't have any abilities since they crap.
So she's kind of like like in its mouth now. And then it's going to kind of saunter a couple more steps over here. And it's going to claw at Rarlina and only get a 22.
Only get a 22.
Let me check. I will use Superior's Hunter's Defense, and when I take damage, I can take a reaction and give myself resistance to it and any other damage of the same type of it until the end of the current turn.
Alright. It's gonna do 29 damage, so halved to 14.
Okay. And then another ability of mine kicks in. Defensive tactics, my multi-attack defense. When a creature hits you with an attack, that creature has disadvantage on you on all other attacks against you this turn.
Cool. So it's gonna make 2 other claw attacks.
Okay.
At disadvantage. So that is a 21
That hits.
for 7 damage, and that is something that will also hit for 10 damage, and that's already like resisted.
Yeah.
Alright, so then it swallows Brynn. Well, unless you can make a DC 27 strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. I don't think so.
Alright, so it swallows Brynn.
It swallowed Brynn.
Yep. Yeah.
Aunt Ray's a little bit panicked. The Aunt Ray's not gonna. Her stoicism is kind of
Let's just move her over here for now.
stopped right now. So.
Megan's kind of freaking out too. So she's going to activate her shield as she kind of runs up to the creature. And she is going to... what would be the best way to deal with this? Actually, with the... She can kind of see... Yeah, she's gonna... Where was she? Like there? She's gonna stay there, and she's going to still activate her shield, but she's going to do 2 more shots from her finger gun.
Pew 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 pew. Now wait a minute. Is the finger gun take a attack roll or is it a save?
It does, but she's aiming at the gap in its armor.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That wasn't very good. That was better, but it still did not hit. So she's gonna kind of wave her arms, and kind of walk this way, kind of into the trees and try to distract it. Which she does. So it kind of turns so that now the gap in its armor is over here. Like here, probably. Because it's going to be looking like over this way.
Okay.
That's going to be her turn.
My turn?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna try some shenanigans. So
I love
hopefully
shenanigans.
This isn't gonna blow up in my face. Alright. Zack, after seeing Brynn get swallowed by this thing, he is going to go his full 40 movement, and as he is running toward the beast, he is going to try to make as much noise as he can to try to get it to look at him, and providing that it does, he is going to... Well, I probably got the bonus action in order to do it. I'll bonus action first. I'll do my celestial revelation, and I'll do I'll get wings, so I'll have fly speed.
Okay.
So I'll fly upwards toward his face, and then again trying to like make noise to get him to turn toward me a little bit more, just like face to face. And as he gets face to face, hopefully.
Yep, he does that.
I'm just gonna dive straight in, huh?
Yeah, he does that. He looks at
I'm
you.
gonna try to dive straight into his mouth. Shenanigans.
Roll.
I have a plan.
What's best out of your athletics, acrobatics, or
My acrobatics.
yeah, I guess just those.
probably-
Alright, roll acrobatics.
I got a 25 total.
You managed to get inside its mouth.
All right, so this is my shenanigans. This is the real part of the shenanigans. I'd like to get to the spot where I see Brynn.
I mean, it immediately swallows you, so, like, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to grab Brynn, and I'm then going to use my action to cast Dimension Door, and Dimension Door out of his mouth over here.
Beautiful. That was awesome. No notes. Great turn. And he has no idea what the fuck just
I
happened.
can't hurt him. Yeah, he has no idea that we now escaped him. So, actually, maybe I'll put put us over here or something. I know it's a little further, but I'm trying to think of outside his view so he doesn't notice that we just got out.
Wow,
Yeah.
no carb meal. That's weird.
Well, actually, let's go up here. He's looking that way. Alright, there we go, yeah. So now I dimension doored, so I use the spell slot, I use the bonus action. Yep, that's all I got. Alright, my turn.
Alright, it is Verlena's turn.
No carb meal.
Why am I hungry again?
I'm also going to say, because this is going to take freaking forever if we don't... I'm mostly just seeing, like I'm trying to see how long it'll be before you guys can, like, handily deal with one of these at full strength, you know? Because I base everything on who can kill a Trask.
Alright.
So, like, I'm going to say if you hit it where the wound is, you also don't have to worry about the bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing resistance.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That is really good news.
Yeah, so like a bullet, for example, could still hurt it because it's not a spell without hitting the wound, but if you shoot it in the wound, it'll do full damage. Right? Or like an arrow or something. You get what I mean.
Alright. I'm going to do something crazy too.
Okay.
Relena is going to drop her Hunter's Mark. It's alright. I mean, she did what she did with the Hunter's Mark, but now she's going to get serious and use the Zephyr Strike. She's going to drop concentration on the Hunter's Mark because she gained the information she needed. And this thing hits a little bit extra harder than Hunter's Mark does anyway. So Zephyr Strike is what it does. It is, you move like the wind until the spell ends. Your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. Once before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on one weapon attack roll on your turn. The attack deals an extra d8 force damage to hit. Whether you hit or miss, your walking speed increases by 30 feet until the end of that next turn.
Okay.
So shenanigans. She is going to try to run up the Tarask's tail.
Legolas style.
Roll in acrobatics, I guess.
Oh boy. That doesn't help. Damn it.
She...
Her athletics is +7.
Well, roll that instead then, I guess. That's fine.
That's 19.
Yeah, she makes it.
Okay. She is definitely going for that injury.
Don't get swallowed.
Action. So she is going to take out her moon sickle, and she is going to attack.
Is she gonna like hold on to it and just stab its weak point, like in Shadow of the Colossus?
Yeah.
Cool. Good game.
26.
That hits.
Perfect.
Yeah. What did the last one not hit? 25?
Yep.
Yeah.
So 20. So his AC is at least.
No,
20.
it was 24 that didn't hit. So
Oh, so his AC is either 25 or 26. Oh, good.
So 7 slashing damage plus 1d8 force damage. So 7 force damage. And then I have another feature that is called Colossus Slayer.
Oh.
And once per turn, when I hit a creature that's missing any part of its HP with a weapon, this weapon does an additional 1d8 points of damage. So an additional 6 points of damage. And I have an extra attack, and I'll do this one with advantage because that. So 26 again.
all right. Appropriately, she's doing the best out of any of you so far. So
She was built for this.
yeah, that's kind of why I picked this encounter to kind of get everybody reacquainted, because I wanted her to be able to show off a little bit.
And give your advantage on one weapon on a roll that attack. Oh, okay. Let's use once before the spell ends, give yourself advantage on one weapon attack roll. Oh, okay. So that one does an additional force damage. So that one doesn't matter, and then the other one does. So that's just 4 points of damage. And then, how far do you think that is up? She moved like 10 feet to move like 30 feet, I guess. Or, I don't know how high up she needs to move. If she can like dodge and weave, is that she's trying to get into the point to where it can't reach her.
No, I mean, she's like riding on its left shoulder, so it can kind of it could headbutt her or swing its tail up at her, but that's about all it could do. It could I guess claw at her, but then it could open that wound further if it does that.
Yeah. So I'm guessing the 70 feet was the movement to get up to that point. I don't know how tall it is.
Yeah, you would have to kind of run at an incline, so.
Okay. Yep, that's fine. She will stay on top of it.
Okay. Brynn, if she's done, it's Brynn's turn.
Yes. Brynn's turn. She is looking like, what just happened? She is immediately activating mirror image.
Why, something bad just happened to her?
She's holding up to Zack. She's just like hugging Zack, and then 2 more are hugging Zack. I don't think she has a bonus action. Let me see. She is actually going to move this way once again to kind of just distract from the point that just be like, hey, look, there's 3 of me now.
Oh no.
Alright, so it does see her out of the corner of its eye.
Okay.
That's their turn.
Did Megan notice that we dimension doored out of the stomach?
I mean, Brynn just ran out.
Yeah,
Brynn ran out in front of her, so she kind of put it together.
Like, whoa.
That makes it the Tarrasque's turn. It's going to turn towards Brynn.
Give her.
And then it's gonna step over here, and it's going to. It's not entirely sure how she escaped its stomach, so it's gonna kind of stay back a little bit and like.
Can you attach things to pictures now?
Yes, you can.
Huh.
And it's going to poke at her with a single use of its claw attack for 22 to hit.
That does hit. Do you want to Brynn, did you act smart?
I mean, she has mirror image.
She does not have shield. Interesting. But she does have, let's see. Show a creature attacks you with d20. Roll d20 to determine whether attack hits the target or one of your duplicates. Fine. So,
I like it because it's basically magical hats.
Yeah.
if you have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack target to a duplicate. So one of them is Dawn.
Yep. It's also a little confused by that, so it's not going to attack anymore right now.
Oh.
Which brings it to Megan's turn. She is going to... she's going to rage. Because, you know, why not? Isn't there like a actual like mode for that now? Activate rage. And that just like factors everything, so I don't have to. And then she's gonna draw her new axe, and she's gonna run up to it and slash it in its right front leg.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's gonna crit.
Yeah.
There we go.
That is 32 damage. And then she's gonna swing again, and as she does, she's going to draw a scimitar from her belt.
What?
You'll see. So, axe again. That hits for 17 damage.
Plus 16.
And then she swings with the scimitar, which almost appears weightless in her hand, so she's able to slash with it twice. and hits again.
Oh my god.
She's really strong. That was almost another crit, but it bounces off its thick hide. That's her turn, which brings it back around to Zack.
Oh, she's not gonna... No weapon masteries?
I don't know. Do they work on big old dumb creatures?
Well, the battle action, does that topple?
Yeah, but do you want her to topple it while Marlena's up there?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just asking.
I don't think she's gonna do that while Marlena's up there.
Okay.
Zack is going to just kind of move over in this direction. And he is just going to shoot Eldritch Blast at the wound.
Okay.
First one, 31. Second one,
yeah.
miss. Third one, miss. So one of them, I would assume, hit.
Yes.
It dealt 15 force damage. Well, 15 plus 5 more radiant. So 15 force, 5 radiant, because he's got his wings out still.
Alright, and it is not immune to any of those, so... Cool.
Yeah. Did I notice that he take full damage from both? right?
Yeah.
We learned the weakness and stuff. You should. Okay.
Yeah.
Then, let's see, bonus action or anything. No. Oh, I should have done that first. Oh well. I'll now. Alright. End my turn.
Rarlena's turn.
Let's see, what else do we have here? Nothing much. Yeah, she's just gonna keep on keeping on. First moonsicle. She's going to give advantage on it. And get a 27.
Yeah, that does hit.
6 plus 2 is 8. That's 2 force damage. Oops, not that one. And then get her ability to do 4 points more. And then she's going to use her Nick ability because she has dual wielding moonsicles. She's using a bonus action to attack her immediately with another one. For 23, that's going to miss.
Yep.
And then she's going to use her extra attack to attack. And that one's going to miss.
Yep.
Let's see. She has a... Let's see if that is a bonus action to do that. Casting is a bonus action, but the concentration is up to a minute, so that doesn't mean the spell is over wet. She's going to use 40. Well, she's on. Actually, I'll make sure. Okay, so she is going to use 70 feet. To get back down to the ground, and then she's going to use 30 feet to she's going to bonus action use Raven Queen to stay in the circle.
Okay.
Blessing of the Raven Queen. So any damage that she does, she takes is now half damage.
Cool.
Next turn until the beginning of our next turn.
All right.
And that is her.
That brings it to Brynn.
Brynn is then going to move 5, 10.
Careful, it has a reach of 15.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20. And then she's going to wink at Zack and be like, watch this. And she is going to cast Lightning Bolt.
Lightning Bolt?
Yeah.
Okay, do it. Do it.
As a third level spell, and at the wound is specifically, and he's going to need a dex save throw. Dex save of 17.
Okay.
Overall damage because it's half damage.
It does unfortunately save.
Okay, so do 19 points of lightning damage.
Still pretty solid.
Lightning ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being borne or carried. So there is a line of fire on the grass.
Okay.
And she casted it, where's the pointer? She casted it this way.
Okay, so that's on fire.
Yeah.
The Tarask is going to turn so that it's facing Megan. But it's going to, in retaliation, swing a tail attack at Brynn.
What?
29 to hit, unless she, unless she uses one of her escape goods.
It's a
What was the hit? 20 what?
9.
Oof.
Yeah.
29.
What's her AC at?
Well, 3 illusionary. Oh, okay. Her 8 is 20. If you have 3 duplicates roll, and then I have 2 hits, so I might roll an 8 or higher. It's a 20.
Yeah.
Duplicate fall.
Then it's going to bite Megan
No.
and get a she blocks with her wing.
Woo!
Where is that?
Pries the mouth open.
I also forgot it had disadvantage on attacking Brynn because Megan attacked it. So out of curiosity, it still would have hit anyway, so it doesn't matter.
What was it?
It would have, that one was 38.
Oh.
So
a little higher.
yeah. So it misses biting Megan, which is good because now it can't swallow her. And then it's going to claw once at Verlina with disadvantage. So 23 to hit
It hits.
for 29 damage.
Is that the total damage?
Yeah.
29?
Yeah.
So reduced to 14.
Also, hold on, doesn't Megan do something when that happens? Yeah, reduce it by another 7.
Oh yeah.
God, she's actually using her spirits today. Because she's not like the only one that always goes in melee. And then it's going to claw at Megan and get a too much for her to block. Not that she could anyway again. And fuck. That is a 31, so have it to 15. That's not bad. She's got like 1,000,000 hit points. Which brings it to Megan's turn. And she's going to
lose her this whole time.
attack 19 damage. God, she's too powerful. I'm gonna have to nerf Megan. 24 damage. Jesus Christ. The scimitar once.
Just wait until she
And
gets charmed. And we're all screwed.
14 damage. And the scimitar again.
Spin the win.
And she's gonna crit.
What? Good job.
Thanks. For 22 damage. And then she's going to action surge. And swing her axe again.
Oh, I'm gonna say tenacity.
For 23 damage.
Shield belt and giant strength.
She has those gauntlets she got up with one guy.
Okay.
And 17 damage. Could she kill a Tarrasque around? No, right?
Bloody.
Oh yeah, it's bloody.
Well, I don't know, like, just out of character, was it bloody or wounded at all, other than the wound that we have to hit?
You didn't see any damage on it when you first saw it other than that.
Okay.
That brings it around to Zack again.
I'm just thinking, like, do I really even need to do anything?
Yes.
I think you guys could defeat a full strength Tarrasque. That's good. That
I mean, I've only done one attack against the thing, so... Because my first turn was the whole saving Brynn, and the second got in a position and shot one Eldritch Blast hit. So, I haven't really done much. I will...
I think as long as you had Megan with you, you could fight a full strength Tarrasque.
I will go here, and I will shoot Eldritch Blast at its spot. First one, miss.
It's weak point for
Second
massive damage.
There we go.
Yeah.
No.
Third one. Okay, there we go. Cool. So 2 of them hit. So first one, 13 plus 5, so 18 force damage, 5 radiant damage. And then the second one, 18 force damage.
Okay.
And then let me double check my... Because now it's been a bit. Where's my Hexblade's Curse? Yeah, okay, no, nothing else. Alright, and then I will go... I'll actually go here. Because let me read my other class feature. There it is. Nope, not that one. This one. Yeah. So I will go there, and then Megan at least would know. So, as a reminder, my aura for being Oath of the Open can't be grappled or restrained. So, at least these two can't be bitten and like swallowed up inside of them.
Good.
So, I'll at least strategically station myself there and pass.
Is that 5 feet? Is that within 5 feet of you, or
10 feet.
1 feet? Okay.
Okay. Beautiful.
So, I can't hit everybody, but I can at least get these two. At least Brynn has at least one more doppelganger.
Now, I assume you, like, stay close to me, so, like, Relena would know or something.
Oh, probably to Ray, yeah. Like, I feel like because I've never really said, like, how in-universe, like, the aura would be, like, how it shows, which I still don't really know. But, I would say that, yeah, I would just say stay close to me for, yeah, just something like that. I'll move on.
Elena is going to take a step back. At that point, then, and she is going to attack with a hand crossbow with advantage due to Zephyr.
Okay.
Is Zephyr melee? No, it is not. That is good. Not going to be enough, though.
Yep, not quite.
Let me take a look. Does it have to hit? Yes, it does. So I'll just use a regular attack. That 27 will hit, though.
Yes.
For 7 points and 2 points of piercing damage. To Brynn, she's gonna yell, just stay back. And let's just now Brynn's.
Not quite Brynn's turn.
Not quite.
Yeah. As Relena is saying that, I guess some of you might notice Megan gets kind of a smirk on her face, and you hear like a thud.
What?
Yeah, it exists, so I'll just use that.
Kaiju battle?
And a roar.
Why? Brynn is like, why?
But as the creature appears, you see that Todd is standing right beside it.
They morph. What?
Here, let's use this Todd today. And the
Old school Todd.
And Johan's broom of flying kind of flies, flies away. It roars and then it charges at the Trask, and it bites at it and hits 37 halved to 16 damage. And then it claws at it for 17 halved to 8, yeah. And then it claws at it again, and that will miss. And Todd's gonna just like pretend like he didn't see it. Go over there and sniff the tree.
Jeez, Todd. God damn it. Where's Super Todd? What was you calling Declan? But not a pro.
Hey, I don't want to tie up the action economy anymore right now. It is now Brynn's turn.
Brynn's turn. She's tried, let's see, Dex. She's tried Con. Nothing seems to work on this thing. She's going to try to see if it really is a big dumb animal, and she's going to cast Phantasmal Force on it.
Okay. Is it a big dumb animal? It is a big dumb animal, so that'll probably work.
So it is an intelligence check. Attempt to craft illusion in the mind of the creature you see within range. The target makes an intelligence saving throw. On the failed save, you create a phantasmal object, creature, or other phenomenon that is no larger than 10 foot cube, that is perceivable only to the target for the duration. Includes sound, temperature, and other stimuli. Can take a sturdy action to examine the phantasmal investigation check to save. Blah, blah, blah.
What is the DC?
17.
It unfortunately still saves.
Jesus Christ.
No, it rolled relatively high, so
Untouchable.
it's not untouchable. Megan touched the shit out of it.
Well, in her mind, it is never covered. Alright. She's done that. She's done that. She's going to do something next turn.
Alright, it is the Trask's turn. It is going to turn, moving its wound right over by Zack and Megan, and it's going to attack Spinosaurus Johan.
Spinosaurus. It's kind of like a...
Spoiler.
Kind of like the Stin battle from Final Fantasy X. It's going to move its wound towards this focus.
It's going to try to bite Spinosaurus Johan and succeed at that for 41 damage. Fuck.
How much damage?
41.
Ooh.
You never taken any damage yet, have you?
No, but that's still a lot of damage. And then Johan has to make a con saving throw. What is the dinosaur's con? Oh, good. It's better than mine. By 1 point.
You're within 10 feet of Zack.
What does that give me again?
Just want to point that out.
What is that?
Are you trying to say if you get grappled?
No, I'm trying to see if I lose concentration.
Oh, for concentration, sorry.
Yeah.
You're within 10 feet of Zack, you get +6, you're safe.
I save.
Yeah.
Which, might be a bad thing, because it's going to attack me again. If I'd shrunk back into a scrawny guy with a bad knee, it might have ignored me. That also hits with its claw. 24 damage. I save again. God damn it. There's another hit. At least I have a lot of hit points. I really saved. Now I'm not going to get any other high rolls this entire goddamn game. That also hits because the Spinosaurus only has an AC of 15 for...
Hey, that's Berlina's defense.
We need to work on that.
Berlina's is only
how much? 13?
15.
Oh, 15. Well, still, only 15, like...
Alright, he manages to...
That's half damage. That makes her half damage, so...
He manages to keep his form, but the Spinosaurus form is bloody. Megan's turn, though. can she kill it right now? Let's find out.
Let's find out next time.
Next time, yep.
She's gonna take her.
That's what it's about.
She's gonna take her gauntlets, and she's gonna punch them together, and grow to large size.
What?
It's these gauntlets.
Yep, these gauntlets.
Brynn's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimately, like, even like, just a little bit tinier than the other dinosaurs. Jesus Christ.
There. And then she's going to just fucking wail on it.
Yeah.
That hits.
That's money. That crit.
Oh yeah, that crit. So
Casually, just, yeah.
36 plus, so 39 damage, halved to, ow, bug flew in my mouth. 17, swing again. That was a 19. She almost crit again. Dear Lord.
Yeah.
I'm about to bench her. And so
Don't play any Megan.
after the resistance, that's 11 damage. Attack again. That also hits for 11 again, and finally misses one, which brings it back around to Zack.
All right. Well, I haven't actually summoned my sword in all this game yet, so well, he hasn't. He hasn't summoned it, so you do notice that he hasn't summoned it. He is going to, well, because I forget the rules for blasting or like doing a range spell, right? If I move back like this, I won't leave his reach because his reach is 50 feet, but then I also won't have disadvantage if I shoot him, right?
Right.
Okay, so I'll do that. So I'll move back, and then I will just shoot him with Eldritch Blast again. So first, ooh, critical because I have Hexblade's Curse on.
Excellent.
So that's a 19 rolled. So I'll do the crit damage first. What is this ability? Ooh, that's kind of cool. They added adjust die to when you right click something, you can click adjust die. Oh no, I guess on damage you can.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's cool. Alright. Anyway, so I will do the first set of damage is 16 plus 5, so 21 force damage, and 5 radiant. And then next round, 18, so 32, so hit at least. That one will do 15 force damage. And then the last one, 17. I rolled a 19, 18, and that one will do 20 force damage to it. So I'm just like jumping back and just
Nice.
triple blasting the thing.
Nice.
And then and then on that, yeah, that's really all I'm gonna do. I don't really, so I pass.
Alright, Verlina.
Lena, just want to do her stuff. Not as fancy as the other guys, but she gets a whirling dervish in there. 28.
Will hit.
That ain't crossbow. 07, but she's going to pump force damage into it for 5. An additional 8 for hearing injured creature. So 17 points. And then she's going to vex, and then she's going to add advantage to her next attack.
Nice.
Miss.
Oh, that sucks. Alright.
That's it.
Alright. It's
bonus sword turn.
yep.
Jurassic Park 2.
Gonna bite at it. That will hit for a lot of damage. 29 damage. Halved it to 14. Then claw. Doop to doop. Miss. And claw and miss. Wow, that was less exciting than the first turn. Does it have any bonus actions? Nope. Okay. Brynn.
Alright. Sister. That's not gonna work. Something else might, though. Oh, there's a little spell scum. She is going to use Dissonant Whispers. It's a wisdom saving throw. She's just going to go through the rainbow here.
She's got everything, man. That's cool. Its wisdom is pretty good. Let's see what happens. 21.
Okay. That still takes half damage only. And it is psychic damage.
Okay.
So 5 points of psychic damage.
She's contributing. It would then be the Trask's turn again. He's still real pissed off about the Spinosaurus, so he's going to kind of roar at it real loud and use his Thunderous Bellow.
I'm also not within 10 feet, so in case he... well, actually, no, I guess I am 10. Because he is taking up that one square. Never mind.
Yep.
For concentration purposes.
Each creature and each object that isn't being worn or carried in a 150-foot cone takes 12d12 thunder damage and has the deafened and frightened conditions until the end of the turn on a failure, or half damage and no frightened on a success. DC 27. God. So...
For what?
Yeah, so it would be...
For what finger?
Con, but it's literally only hitting Johan, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What save was it?
27 Con.
Oof. Even like Zack with his buffed up saves, he would still need a 16 to save on it.
How does the aura thing work? +6 on my save?
It's, yeah, if you're within 10 feet of Zack, you get a +6 on all your saves.
Alright, so I actually have a chance to save this. I don't save this.
Well, 14. You need a 14 for the +6.
I take 72 damage.
Down a little bit.
The Spinosaurus is still up though.
Oh my god.
And that is the
I just want to
Trask.
sit back and watch these two fight.
That is the Trask's turn. So Megan, she's going to show the Trask a celestial revelation and spread her real big wings and go to hover here, and try not to kick Zack, but he kind of has to duck a little bit. Is that actually what I do?
He's got radiant resistance anyway. He takes like one point of damage.
True. Is that what I'm gonna do? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, and she flies up there and swings her big ol' axe and hits for... Sorry, my brain farted. 14 total damage. No. Because she's attacking the wound, so more than that.
Okay.
Then
That's
she...
crazy. That's a crazy map.
Then she misses completely. Yeah, she just misses. And then attacks again with the whirling thingy.
Yeah, she's making up for the last campaign.
What are you making up for last campaign?
I mean, she has it. This is like her best roles ever.
So she
Oh yeah,
She-
for a bit. She
she crits and drives her sword right into its shoulder wound, and then kind of shoulder slams the sword so deep that it kills the creature.
Oh, yeah.
And she like apologizes to Zack for kicking him in the head and lands.
Remember that time that Megan killed the big bad guy and just got all the experience?
And then
What's on Sunday, guys?
where's he at?
For insight.
And then Spinosaurus Johan will turn into real Johan, and he'll use his druid craft to put the fire out. And I guess Megan will get small again.
I guess.
And Johan's kind of staring at the corpse of the creature with a worried look on his face, and says,
Worried look.
This is something that's been happening more often lately. Not things like this specifically, but creatures like that. Aberrant things that shouldn't be able to enter my forest appearing here. Monsters that the defenses should keep out. He says things like that wandering in here otherwise would almost make sense. We're on the border between a few different planes of existence here, but the magic should prevent it. But I think after whatever happened after when we defeated Blackheart, whatever Trevor did when he sealed it away, it changed the nature of the magic a little bit, and I think it's getting worse. Kind of puzzling to himself.
Brynn's just like, just a little.
And he says, so far in 7 years, nothing that large has gotten through. So I don't expect it to happen again. But he kind of walks over and he kind of addresses the whole group. Either I don't think I can go with you to Orkania, or I don't think I can justify leaving my daughter here, because suddenly a war zone just became safer than home, and we'll leave it there for now, because I literally don't have anything else yet.
And Brynn is literally dripping with trash slime down her armor, and she's like, "This is gonna take a week to clean." So you want to have prestidigitation?
On the note of next time on Heroes of By, just out of character like things, or out of so you did notice that Zack didn't summon Tiebreaker at all. But like if this was a preview for a next episode type thing, well, just so it can kind of get into the lore and stuff already. If you remember, you may not. Well, I'll tell this part first. So he summons his sword at some point in the next thing. But as he summons it, you see. You see this little picture. I said a little picture, but this little guy.
Oh, cute.
Kind of pop up from the sword and then kind of crawl onto his shoulder. So if you remember,
yeah,
we beat Mammoth's dragon, and the dragon went into his sword. So character-wise, it's still in this sword technically. But how I'm playing it is that invocation of Pact of the Chain, because I can do Pact of, is that chain. I can find familiar and make it a pseudo dragon, which I know is not flavor-wise. It would just be a real dragon.
Cool.
But it would be this little dragon, as like basically the dragon got rebirthed inside of the sword in a baby form. So
I like it.
I don't have a name yet, but that's the lead in for it. So I'll now have a familiar as well.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Well, that was so good. That guy, if he was at full power, would have hurt.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean,
he kind of hurt, except Megan. We just got to throw Megan at him and
I
sit back and just watch her destroy him.
He had legendary actions. He could have done additional claw attacks, but and I let you avoid the resistance sometimes. But honestly, the way you guys were fighting, like Zack would have had to do something other than Eldritch Blast, but I still think you guys could have handled it.
Yeah, I didn't want to like go too all out right away.
Yeah.
And I'm not 100% sure still want to introduce like the little dragon and stuff, so I don't know. I mean, he's not going to be like mean or anything. I don't know if, plus just in this situation, Eldritch Blast just kind of worked out better, so.
Yeah.
Elena is going to be like, my brother's stories weren't all bullshit. You guys are the worst luck charms.
Yeah.
We
have a tendency to kind of be in the wrong spot at the right time. Yeah, I said that right.
we usually don't die, and we usually end up stopping most other people from dying, though. So.
Also very true.
She's gonna dig into the side of it and take a scale out.
Cool. Oh, souvenir.
Yeah, she's a hunter, so she's gonna take that souvenir.
Anything else anybody wants to get into real quick while we're here?
No, I'm trying to think of what. I was still trying to think back on like the whole feet thing, because I'm trying to like find one that I forget. I know I've asked this like 4 times, but just with a lot going on, I kind of forgot. What were the, I don't want to say limitations. Was it supposed to be something that's, or is it? I mean, I don't want to like pick something that's. I'm just curious.
It is something. It's something you can flavor as like an outgrowth of your fighting style and your character development up to this point. Preferably it would be something that would be like the culmination of some aspect of your character. So like, for example, Megan's going to be working to train her arm to get that brutal grip thing over the next couple sessions.
Okay.
Because she's been building up to attacking multiple times with bigger and bigger weapons.
So I was thinking for Zack, I was going to pick Iron Hero.
Approved immediately.
So that's the one.
Approved immediately. I love it.
I don't know if you've seen that one, Nick, but it ups his strength or dex by 1, sure. Underdog's resolve if I'm attacked by a creature, higher rating, which I don't know if we want to. Would that be flavored also if I'm fighting a higher?
Yeah, sure.
So I would get 2 armor class in addition. Vengeful Strike, if I have advantage on any attack roll that reduce one of my allies to 0 hit point at the end of my last turn. And then the really crazy one is Heroic Intervention. When an enemy I see takes a legendary action, I can use my reaction to intercede, preventing the legendary action.
No!
And I can use it a number of times equal to my proficiency. So I can literally, if I take this feat, Nick, yeah. I think I'm inadvertently, because if you look at my character and the art that like John drew, I'm like slowly turning into Freed from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
So I think to train that, we'll have you do. What stat are you thinking of increasing with it?
Strength, because Dex is already my Dex is already at max right now, so strength would buff.
Alright, we'll probably
Technically, the stat bonus doesn't really do anything for me, but
we'll probably have you do like strength drills or something, trying to increase how you are able to move your body with force into the path of an attack.
yeah.
Okay. I like it. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and duck out.
Okay.
That was good. That was a good, like, session.
It was a good reintroduction to everything.
Session re-zero.
Pretty much, yeah. We got to see how strong Megan's going to be arc. So that's fun.
Yeah, she's gonna be like our Hulk. We throw it at a problem, and if that doesn't work, we know the problem's really big.
I mean, technically, she's always been our Hulk, but
Yeah.
Nick's right. I mean, for a while there, she just kind of didn't roll over it, and then now she's just
worst luck, man. Just so bad. I don't even know how that happens. Maybe she was like banking all of her good luck for this.
It's like I was saving it for the final arc. Like, well, I guess it's the mini arc, but still.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Do we get a rest? Just so I'm tracking.
I think.
Or are we end up like? Should we just hold off?
Let's hold off because we'll be traveling a little bit.
Okay.
We might decide to do our rest while we're traveling.